Hi YouTube, it's Kitty Marie. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this relatively new trend called minimalism. And I recently watched a documentary. I completely forgot who it's by, but I will link it. I watched it on Netflix. Haven't seen it anywhere for free yet, but even if it is, it's probably not illegal. Anyway, a good friend of mine had recommended it, and pretty much it was just, and they were like, hey, Katie, you should check it out. I think you definitely like this. And pretty much the point, or at least the message I got from it, was living a simpler life. Pretty much the message that I got from what minimalism is, as well as some random videos that I watched here and there on YouTube. The whole idea of the movement was living a simpler life, getting out of this consumerism type of lifestyle, the need just to buy, and then finding your purpose in life. And so I feel like the idea was sometimes we get lost in just the clutter of things, just too many things. Like for example, right now I'm team iPhone. Ah, ta-da! Ooh, I can do all things through Christ. But yes, and I have the 5C, and there's always a new iPhone coming out. Every single year you can look forward to something. Next year's probably going to be the 8 or a variation of the 7 or something of that nature. People are like always like, hey, Katie, why don't you upgrade your phone? No, I don't need to upgrade my phone. I do not do any fancy programming. I don't do anything. I do nothing with my phone. I use it to call and text, and that's it. So it's like, why should I be upgrading and chasing after the newest thing? And then I realized this is something in society just as a whole, since we are a very consumeristic, if that's a word, society. We're always running after the newest and the latest thing. We wait hours and hours in line just to get the latest pairs of shoes or be the first person to pre-order a certain phone or something of that nature. And it's crazy. Usually it's just an emoji update here and there that most of us will actually notice. I'm not doubting that they make significant updates to phones, but the features that we're getting when we're upgrading, we don't even notice that they're there half of the time. It's just the hype of getting something new. And it's frankly, one, a waste of money. I am a frugal or an economic person, I would call myself. I definitely like to spend my resources wisely. So really watching this documentary kind of just put a few things in like focus, or something I've always kind of believed, but I've been turned off and be like, you're cheap. I'm like, no, I'm not cheap. There's more to life than things. So let me relate this back to my relationship with God and Christianity. Being a good steward of everything that God gives you. So that comes from time, and then let's focus on stuff, because that's kind of what a lot of minimalism is about. It's just the stuff that we accumulate. And sometimes I go down to the city and I see so many homeless people, and I have tags still on clothes that I haven't even worn, and it's crazy. And you're going out to shop for things you probably don't even need. And like recently what I've been doing, if it's not something that I really need, or I really like it, I'm not buying it. Because the way consumerism is now, like they'll have things that are always on sale. You're always chasing after the latest sale, the newest item, and things of that nature. And you don't even really like the item. You bring it home, and by the next week it's pretty much out of style. You're always following fall, summer, winter, and then they have for every occasion there's something new. Like for Christmas you spend like $40 on a ugly sweater, which I feel like back in the days, ugly sweaters weren't even a thing. They were ugly and you hated them and you didn't buy them. But now they're making them cute, but whatever. That's like a side note. Whatever. And you spend so much money, and then the week after they're worth nothing. They're like $20. And then the following Christmas, there's a new style, there's a new design of the ugly sweater. Just this past year was the dab on the sweater. I'm sure this coming up year it's going to be something different. So your previous ugly sweater is no longer valid per se for the next Christmas. Such a waste. That's just been my thoughts. How I feel about minimalism and being Christian. I think it's definitely something that I don't believe that as Christians we have to be poor and not have a lot of things and sell all our possessions and all of that stuff. No, I believe that we should be good stewards of what we have. After all, things can only fill you up so much. The void that's longing in your heart, that's to be filled by God. things and just chasing after the latest styles and all different things, those are not going to make you feel fulfilled. Getting the latest gadget, device, clothing item, there will always be a new one. So there's more to life than that. Finding your purpose in Christ. If you're not religious, just finding your purpose in general. Helping someone and doing something. Another thing I realized in the minimalism community, there's so many different types. There's ones that are like, sell all your stuff, get rid of all your things. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get rid of all my things. You see back there, there's tons of books on my shelf that I haven't read. So that proves to show I should probably be a minimalist in the buying book department because I don't read all the books, and maybe I should read one at a time before I go on to the next one. So this has been my video. It's been real, boo. It was a whole bunch of ranting. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let's get it to 50 likes. Can we do that? In terms of my nursing videos, for those of you that watch that, I'll be giving away some of my nursing books because I got a ton, baby. And I'm getting rid of some things. I'll see y'all next time.